Welcome, Rob. I'm Steve Seymour with the Vanguard Realty Alliance Agent Highlight Video, and today we have Rob Lawrence on the show. So thanks for coming on, and we just want to kick it off. Share a little bit about you and your business and what's up in Rob Lawrence's world right now.
Well, I have to say the business is going good. So I am very grateful to be a part of the brokerage, and it's come a long way. It just keeps doubling year over year. So I don't know if that can sustain, but it's good.
We plan to.
Yeah. Well, you guys, the agent count here is doubling. So I guess, it's possible for sure.
Yeah, so why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself, just brief background. I know you have a little bit different background than most agents.
Yeah.
And then tell them a little bit about what really had you interested in real estate and what that looks like from the start till now.
Okay. Yeah. So I went to school for mechanical and aerospace engineering, and I got out and started selling industrial machinery pretty quick because they didn't look at me as a regular engineer for very long. They just were like, okay, you talk to people, so you can go do sales. And so
you were in the sales role, even though you were an engineer.
Yeah, I started selling $1 million machinery, and I did that for a number of years, traveling quite intensely, and was just kind of going job to job, building territories, and I really started to understand that I wasn't building something for myself. I was building other people's sandcastles, and
I like that. I like that example.
Yeah, so I started studying real estate investing and decided to get my real estate license. And I thought, after studying real estate investing, read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which so many
love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Classic book. And, once I kind of realized that, I was just like, okay, I think this is a good thing to push into. Let me learn more. Got my real estate license, realized I didn't have any money to invest, so started doing deals. But it took me over a year to get my first deal. And then, I was just passionate about building wealth through real estate for myself and others. And I've been able to do that, I think, with a lot of clients. I did one deal my first year, 12 deals my second year, 20 deals last year, and this year should be somewhere around 40 or 50 deals. And
wow.
It's just...
Talk about growth.
Yeah, it's just, it's fantastic. And I think I can really attribute it to this brokerage in terms of what people are here and who's helped me,
Well, we appreciate that acknowledgement, and at the same time,
yeah,
you're doing the work, right? The brokerage is not making it happen. The environment's helpful, and the resources and the people. But let's dig into that. To go from taking a year to do one deal, right? And I know you weren't full time at that. You were still working.
Yeah.
And you were really learning for the first year, but what shifted, and then what does that look like now, how you've really honed in on that? Because you kind of have a secret sauce right now.
Yeah. I would say that I focus on doing an excellent job for the client. So what's happening is that they're referring me at a really high rate, and I think enthusiastically. But, I think that comes down to just trying to do a good job. And I think if you do that for people, it pays off. And it's such a simple thing in business that so many people overlook.
Yeah, there's so many agents that say client first, customer service oriented, and it all kind of sounds cliche, but it is really, we are in the service industry.
Yeah.
And you're serving them at a high level. But for the listeners, let's try to dig into that a little bit. What is the distinction between agents that are serving at a, they're doing a good job, but versus the agent that's serving at a really high level and bringing a ton of value, and specifically with you, because everyone has unique strengths.
Yeah.
So what are the unique strengths that you're bringing to the transaction that are having these clients essentially becoming raving fans, and then they're not even just referring people, they're telling their friends, you have to use Rob, right?
Yeah.
You just had that happen recently.
I think for me, I'm obviously an engineer, so I'm analytical, but I'm also just kind of straightforward. And I tell people what I think about homes, about the deal. I think that builds a lot of trust, because if I wouldn't do the deal myself, won't advise someone to do the deal. I'm really looking at the whole experience as something like, okay, like I value this highly, and I want my integrity to be at the highest level possible that I can achieve. And, you know, we talk a lot about integrity at this brokerage.
Yeah, we have that as our number one at the top of our core values list is integrity. Is just as simple as that, doing what you say you're going to do. It sounds terrible, but if that alone is all you do as a real estate agent, you'll probably be in the top 10%, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think
so. Maybe a lot of people really overcomplicate this, you know, and it's kind of like everyone can walk the walk, but can you, or talk the talk, but can you actually walk the walk? Can you not have the commission breath? And when you see something that's wrong with the house, and you know you should bring it up, even though you're not a home inspector, but you saw something concerning, you want to bring it up to them, you're bringing it up. When it's really probably not a great deal, you're not pushing them to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are very smart, you know, and they have strong, you know, sense, you know, about when somebody is trying to help them or when somebody is really out to serve themselves, you know. And so for me, I don't know that it always come naturally to me, you know, but I just know that it's the best way to run my business, and it's the best way to form awesome relationships with my clients. And it's not always like easy, you know. I I pray about it. I really do. Like, I really try to like take myself out of my own shoes. How am I serving the client? And that's like, it's not always easy, and sometimes you can get off track, but you know, I really try to always recenter on that.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about you is you have a really strong mindset about winning. I think what really has taken place is your ability to be selfless, right? And allow your strength to win to translate for other people winning, right? Which ultimately is you winning as well. But I see it and allowing yourself to be excited for that as if their win is your win, right?
Yeah.
And taking your knowledge and expertise, and I mean, you're a very intelligent person. I mean, Rob didn't say it, but he graduated from Cornell, and he's, you know, a lot of people fail out of Cornell. It's not an easy, it's not a real hard school to get into, I've heard, but it's really hard to graduate. Not that it's easy to get in, but you're someone that pushes yourself to the limits to get to the highest level. And I think you've gotten to the point where you've been able to kind of let go of the ego side of that and let it be about other people. And that's really the results, at least from the outside looking in, of what I've seen. And it's hard for agents to do that because, everyone's trying to make a living and, you know, pay the bills and the commissions and all. But when you're coming from the place of really helping them, so that's what I'm seeing. Is there anything else you think that where you have like a different dynamic that you bring to the table from most of the agents that you see out there?
Well, I mean, I guess from a competitive standpoint, I was a wrestler and a boxer. So I like to compete and I like to win. You know, when you lose in a wrestling match or a boxing match, you definitely know it. And I think the same thing in real estate. You know, like when you lose that client's dream home, or, you know, whatever part you're playing in that, and they're, you know, you see the look on their faces, the genuine disappointment and heartbreak. You know, I think that really drives me to be the best that I can be. And I also acknowledge that I'm a piece of the process. So a lot about what I'm doing is coaching the client and being the cheerleader for the client and saying, hey, look, like, you can win in this market. Don't listen to the news. Don't listen to your neighbor. Don't listen to anybody else. Listen to me. I get this done. We'll get this done. You know, have that mindset with me. And they do. But, you know, there's so much of them that's really, I think, that goes into this, right? They've saved down payments for years. They've worked to have these careers where they can qualify for a loan. You know, they are searching for the houses. They're doing a lot, you know, and this is an amazing accomplishment that they are doing, and I'm only a small portion of it. I think that's really important. I didn't build the house, you know, like somebody else built this house, you know, somebody else put in this beautiful pool. Someone, you know, there's so much there that I'm just sort of this little catalyst for, right? You know, and there's not only the house, there's the clients and all the things they're doing. So I think for me, taking my ego out of it as much as possible, and also not defining myself by whether I'm winning and losing, but just wanting to win and lose on behalf of the client and understanding that, I don't know, I think there's an important distinction there.
Absolutely. And the fact that you know what piece that is that you play,
Right.
and where your strengths are, and playing to those strengths. This is a difficult market for a lot of buyers.
Right.
And when you hear, oh, we made 10 offers, we didn't get it, and we're discouraged.
Right.
There's a lot of value in someone being in your corner and saying, I can get this done for you.
Yeah. I'm averaging probably 2 offers.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's huge. That's in this market right now, to be able to average about 2 offers per client. I talk to some agents that are saying they're writing 10, 15 offers. There's something there, and I really think it goes back to what we just discussed, and the fact that you are very clear on where your strengths are.
Right.
You communicate at a high level. You're committed to the client's success. You have that winning attitude, and you're just combining all this almost as like your superpower, and it's working out. One thing I've noticed about you over the past year, this attitude of gratitude, where it's not the world's against you. It's like, I can't believe all these things are working out for me. It's like almost like a kid in a candy store. There's a level of excitement and energy that you're bringing to your business because you're truly grateful for all these things that have come your way.
Yeah, I mean, I do a gratitude practice in the mornings every day. I say grace at meals because we do really live in an amazing world, and I am grateful for every client that I have, allowing me to support my family, and I'm so grateful for my family, my house. There's so much that, Steve, you helped me with that I wouldn't have the house I had today, without, and just I would have a whole different layout, that's for sure. But I think that there's a quote that's like, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, right? And it says that in the Bible. And I think deeply about things that are in there. And I said to myself, well, what does that mean? Like, how can somebody be rich or poor? Like, we're all born kind of with nothing in a sense. And then I think like being rich is just realizing you're rich, which is a gratitude practice. And being poor is throwing away everything you have all the time.
Wow.
The opposite.
It's a powerful message.
Yeah. And I think if you are practicing gratitude, then you are becoming wealthy. And if you are becoming wealthy, you'll become wealthier.
Yeah. It's the abundance mindset,
Yeah.
I remember at one of the meetings you said, I feel like I'm being peer pressured into success. And I think that's surrounding yourself with people with an abundance mentality. And, I've seen that shift with you. Now you're just giving it away. I
just always say, like, if everybody around you is flipping houses and you're not, you're going to start flipping houses. Like, you just can't. Like, it's same thing if everyone around you is doing heroin. You're going to do heroin. You know what I mean? It's like, we're social creatures.
Be careful of your environment. And I had I bought the vacation rental. Inspired you to get the vacation rental.
Yeah.
Now Sean Connors is getting a vacation rental. We have a bunch of agents.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a domino effect.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit of fear of missing out, but it's also like, hey, this knucklehead did this. I could do it too, right? Like you came down and saw my beach house and how it basically pays for itself with Airbnb, and you're like, I could do that.
Like, if you believe that you have to really work hard for every dollar or something like that, or that you don't deserve it,
you'll have exactly what you believe.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, hey, look, just because I believe I can fly doesn't mean I should jump off a building, right? Like, there's
within reality, yes, right.
Right. Yeah.
But it's great to see. I think that what you value matters, and I see your values, to me, are in a very healthy place, with family, work-life balance, fun, spirituality, religion, God, so I feel like you have a very well-rounded, balanced life, health and fitness. Yeah. It's pretty inspiring, man. I'm really happy to have you as part of the brokerage and call you my friend, as a fellow worker, partner in crime. And, I see a lot of great things coming along. I know this is just scratching the surface with the potential of who Rob Lawrence really is, what you can bring to the table. And now you're finally starting to see that traction. So it's really exciting.
I have a fantastic wife, and she supported me into transitioning into this and still supports us, with so many things, so Marie, just want to give you a shout out. Just say
There you
are
go.
freaking amazing, and I'm so blessed to have you as a wife. And I don't think I'd be here without you. I actually know I wouldn't. So it's just amazing, just all the people that have been around and supporting me to get to this level.
It's a beautiful thing, and right there, it just shows that constant flow of gratitude.
Yeah,
you keep that up. Wait to see what happens, Rob.
All right, I'll do my best,
All right.
Steve.
Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you for having me be a part of this brokerage.
Yeah, thanks, Rob.